Hey, welcome back, channel. It is an uncharacteristically good evening, not good morning. I've been wanting to go out on a ride all day today, and just one thing after another. Evening was as soon as I could, so here I am, out on the bike, in the dark, with everything lit up on this spaceship. Now the GoPro has a real hard time stabilizing at night, so this is not going to be as good a video as it typically is. And because it's late fall, moving into winter, it gets dark about lunchtime. No, I'm kidding, not lunchtime, but it is only 7:14 p.m. and it looks like 10 p.m. out here. So it may stretch into the morning, tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. Normally go have breakfast with Cruiseman, his friend Don, my friend Don, and I might just film on the way out there this time. So this vlog will start in the evening on Saturday and finish the morning on Sunday. When I was a much younger man, there might not have been much sleep in between, but I can guarantee you nowadays I better be horizontal at some point, because my body is going to shut down. Alright everybody, it's nighttime. I've got as many lights as I know to put on this thing. Y'all be watching for me. You guys like to ride at night? Tell me in the comments below. I mean, it's kind of nice in the cool air, and I love seeing the lights on the bike, as I was saying. Not real fond of it being dark. It's hard enough for people to see in the daylight. But other than that, I think that's the only drawback. The bike feels a little spunkier at night. I think I'm gonna pull over in this empty parking lot and get a picture of the bike. That's what I want to do. Haven't done that in forever. I'll throw the photo up right now, folks. Damn, this is a good looking machine. I don't know why I didn't buy this thing years ago. I did love that VTX though, I gotta say. That VTX was V-twin muscle. Everybody who saw me on it, especially the way I had it decked out with the Batwing fairing, people thought I was driving a Harley. It was two-tone, black and burgundy. It was beautiful. Loved that bike, but man, well, I do know why I didn't buy this earlier. I wasn't paying attention when they changed body styles, but before they changed body styles, they were just too big for me. I know a lot of guys love that big style, but it's just a little swollen and I don't know, didn't look fun to ride. But then I happened to see this new body style, and they put this thing on the Atkins diet or something. Got it skinny and sleek, almost looks sport touring. I mean, it could pass for sport touring. And I started thinking, how much do I love that VTX? I think a doctor ultimately bought the VTX, so it's in a good home now. And I'm happy about that. And I had her for 20 years. So, you know, got my money's worth out of that bike. I remember when I first picked the VTX up, I took a bus to St. Louis because it was a showroom in St. Louis that I bought it from on the internet. Sight unseen. Took a Greyhound bus up to St. Louis to, it might have been Springfield, I can't remember, to pick it up. It's the last time I'll ever ride a Greyhound bus, I'll tell you that. And I rode it home. God, it was such a big bike. I remember when I first got on it, I'm like, man, this thing is massive. But it quickly became second nature as muscle memory kicked in. Same with this bike. First test drove this bike, I'm like, yeah, they skinnied it down, but it's still plenty of bike. Getting used to the DCT, and now it's pretty much muscle memory. Feels like you know, extension of my arm, pretty much. Just easy to handle, and man, these grips get toasty. Got it on 3 out of 5, and I'm gonna have to cut it down to 2 because wow, they do get toasty. One thing those pre-2018 models did have going for them. I was watching Chris Caliente today, a live video he shot where he changed the oil on his, I think it's a 2016. Man, that oil filter and the oil plugs are right up front, facing forwards. You take off one little plate and they're right there to be easily accessed. It's 2018 and higher bikes, it's underneath. Facing down and surrounded by engine casing. Not so easy to get to. Yeah, I needed to get away from the traffic. So anyway, yeah, it seemed like it was pretty easy for him to change the oil in that 2016. I've only had one oil change on this. I did one right after about 600 miles just as a break-in oil change, and man, I could not get the oil filter off. I had a oil filter wrench cap that I thought fit it, but it'd slide over it, and then when you crank on it, it would just slide off of it. So I think I'm gonna have to order the genuine Honda part. Surely they know what they're doing. It's their bike, their parts. for my next oil change. So basically I changed the oil without changing the filter, but it was only 600 miles, so I didn't worry too much about not changing the filter. I think Honda recommends every 8,000 miles. Chris even said that today on his video, and there is no way I'm letting it go that far. Be changing it much sooner than that. Oh look, the traffic caught up to me. One thing about these 2018 later models, this is a 2023 by the way. If you're new to my channel, I've had it for 9 months, bought it pretty much January 1 of 2023. Anyway, one thing about it, and you saw it a minute ago, when I really get on it, it stays in high gear way longer than I feel like it ought to. Like it'll wind up at 5,000 RPM and stay there, even if you slow your speed, and eventually it comes down, but just doesn't seem to come down as quick as I think it ought to. Now they do give you the option over here of paddle shifters, up and down. You can change gears, or actually that's the bright headlights guys, but the down and up is down here at your thumb and your forefinger. But if you're wound up like that, sometimes you hit down, it doesn't want to downshift. I say downshift. It holds, like it'll stay in 5th gear when you feel like it ought to be flipping to 6th and 7th gear is what I mean. You get used to it. It doesn't bother me all that much, just feels unnatural. I mean, that VTX V-Twin was very much a low RPM bike, and that's been my history for 20 years, so it just feels unnatural to me to have a bike stay in that 4,000 or 5,000 RPM range. Oh, it sure feels good out here tonight. Temperature's okay. Bike says 66. I think that's about right. Visibility is good. Just an enjoyable night ride. I'm going to say a quick shout out to all my friends and fellow creators out there. We all sort of support each other. Cruiseman here in Dallas. Road Glide here in Dallas. Larry from Goldwing Moments up in Canada. It's Canada. Can't tell you what state in Canada. Over on the east side. Larry, hope you're doing well. Mike, two up with the Tuies from Tennessee. Hope you're doing well, Mike. I saw you were watching Caliente's video today as well. And speaking of, Chris Caliente, I have not had the pleasure of meeting, but I have watched his channel for a good number of years. Enjoy his channel. He's got a cool new Corvette. He's got a couple of beautiful bikes. Guy pulls a trailer on his bike everywhere he goes, and it's color matched. It's a beautiful thing to see. Enjoy your channel, Chris. The Humble Plumber, Sean. I don't know where you are, Sean, but the Humble Plumber. Sean has a beautiful bike, 2018 plus bike as well. Been watching a few of his videos. Good stuff, Sean. And then Love to Fly, Kevin. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Love to Fly, frequent watcher of my videos, frequent commenter. Thank you, Kevin. Emperor Tang from across the pond watches a few of my videos, comments from time to time. Really cool to know that my content is making it over to the United Kingdom. Of course, I love watching videos from the United Kingdom. The Missedin Flyer, him and his wife, wonderful videos. I've made a few comments on his videos. He's replied a few times, so I don't think he's ever seen any of mine, which is fine. Anyway, love that channel. And Mike, I'm sorry Mike, I don't remember or ever knew your last name, but Mike up in Vermont, drives a crotch rocket, great Christian guy. Love watching his videos. He's got a little bit of everything. He's working his garage on his bikes, and he works on his car. He's had a pop-up camper that he's worked on from time to time, and I forget the name of his channel. I think he's going through some things right now medically, so my prayers out to my friend Mike. Also, one of my breakfast buddies, Dale, drives an Africa Twin. Has breakfast with us ever so often. He's planning on making a ride to Alaska. How cool, how freaking cool would that be? And then of course I can't leave out my friend Don Smith, former broadcaster for some major television networks. Got a golden voice. Man, the guy knows how to do it. Just He does the intros on Cruiseman's videos, so if y'all watch Cruiseman, you've heard Don's voice. Did some radio in his time. I have the perfect face for radio, I like to say. I met with a beautiful black Goldwing, decked out and everything. Amet owns Karmic Grounds in Frisco. If you like coffee, folks, go to Karmic Grounds in Frisco. They have two locations, one in North Frisco on Main Street, and then one on Hillcrest, I believe it is. Hillcrest? No, it's not Hillcrest. What is that? Stop in, say hello, get you some coffee. Matt, hope you're doing well, buddy. We haven't had a chance to ride in a while or talk in a while. Okay, well, good morning, channel. We have made it through the night. It is 6 a.m. and it is a crisp 53 degrees out here in North Texas. And we are slated for rain a little later this morning, but I think maybe I can get breakfast done and back home before the rains come. So as I mentioned just a few minutes ago for you guys, I am on my way to what has become my normal breakfast on Sunday mornings with Cruiseman, Don Smith, and occasionally Dale. Great group of guys, and talk about bike stuff. I'm sure this time we'll be talking a little bit about Italy, as Cruiseman is back from Milan and EICMA. If you haven't seen his videos from EICMA, go check them out. What a fantastic trade show that was. Bikes I had never seen, brands I had never seen. Appreciate Cruiseman for bringing that to us. And I'm sorry about the shakiness of the video, guys. The GoPro really has difficulty stabilizing at night, because the way it stabilizes is it looks for things like a horizon and keeps it center in the screen. at night it can't find things like that horizon, so it just simply cannot stabilize. You know, I was watching one of Goldwing Moments videos this morning. He just put out a new video as he and his two brothers tool around the Atlantic side of Canada. Beautiful scenery up there, but as I watched it, it occurred to me that at first he wasn't wearing any gloves, and it made me a little nervous because I'm like, first thing to hit if you go down is going to be your hands. Now later in the video he did put on gloves, but it made me think, you know, all the gear all the time. I know Road Glide's a big proponent of that, maybe a few others. What do you guys feel? All the gear all the time? I'm not quite there. I wear a lot of gear, always a helmet, always gloves, always a jacket. 90% of the time I'm putting on my riding boots, but I don't own or obviously wear any riding pants. I know Kevin with MC Riders talked about this topic too, and I think we kind of feel the same way about pants. We're just, it's an acceptable risk. I know Cruiseman rides with riding pants from time to time. He talked about it in this video where he had the accident with the semi-truck, having to jump off the bike. You know, he had some had an injury to his leg and was talking about riding pants. So what do you guys do? Another thing I like about this Sunday morning exercise is Sunday morning rides. This is the Dallas North Tollway, and any other time other than Sunday morning, the traffic is ridiculous. But on Sunday mornings you can relax, a handful of cars around you, and just look around, take in the scenery rather than focusing on the 50 cars around you, which is normal. It looked like a tie-down strap in the road back there. So glad I have my Traxxion Dynamics belly pan on this bike, protecting the underbelly of it for things just like that, man. A buckle. Larry with Goldwing Moments in his video just a minute ago, he drove right by a hammer in the road. Man, you hit that hammer without protection on the bottom of these 2018 plus Goldwings, and oh, look at the holiday colors, isn't that nice? Anyway, yeah, something bounces up like that hammer and you're in for some serious money repairs, replacing an engine. Cruiseman's had it happen to him. Yep, just on the way to Awake. Can't say I would have ever tried Awake if it hadn't been for the invite, the open invite that Cruiseman has for breakfast on Sunday morning. And let me tell you, they got great food. I mean, I'm a breakfast kind of guy. I do breakfast for dinner sometimes. I mean, they got great food at Awake. Nobody out this morning. Very nice. Well, I'd say I was early, but there's Cruiseman himself right there. And Dawn's in the parking lot too. We all show up at the same time. And there's Awake in Carrollton. Good morning to Cruiseman and Dawn. Yeah, Cruiseman's got that brake-free helmet on. Very nice. Lights up when you stop. I have one. Due to weight, I don't wear it much. Alright, so here's Don Smith playing with his new toy. Got a harness set up for his iPhone.
Securely fits. Allen wrench, magnetically held in the handles, 2 of them, so that you can reposition it many ways. So
that is really cool.
You can reposition it any one of 3 1/4-20 screw holes here. So you can run it high or low, and then the mount here even slips. And you've got screw holes on top of here, screw holes on top of here. Places where you can clip a receiver for a microphone.
Yeah.
It is so...
And two-handed stability.
And you have stability. Now it's more stable. Hold it like this. Very cool.
Very nice. Very nice.
Want to guess what the price of it is?
All right. Thoroughly enjoyable breakfast this morning with these 2 great guys. Oh, the conversation. Just good stuff. So happy they allow me to crash their party. Something they've been doing for a long time. I'm the new guy. Alright, well, let's get Waze heading home. And off we go. Like I need directions to home. But what the heck. Oh, hello, red-tailed hawk. Oh my gosh. Now why wouldn't you stick around? Where's my camera? Hey, little guy. Don't attack me, please. You looking for a mouse? Blue Jay's pissed off at you. Wow, magnificent bird. Oh my gosh. You're not afraid of me at all, are you? Wow. Thanks for the photo op. Very nice. That was so cool. Well, it looks like we have finished our breakfast well ahead of the rain, which is good. sunrise this morning. We got some God rays coming through the clouds. Probably hard to see on the GoPro, but is really pretty. Alright guys, well, I am going to finish this video here. Thank you so much for joining me. Like and subscribe if you like this content. Costs you nothing, helps my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Leave a comment. I guarantee you I will respond to your comments. Until next time, friends, ride safe and God bless.